Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Welcome, guys. Today I want to show something here. The Christians, whenever they are pushed to the wall to explain what they are talking about in the Trinity, what's going on here? From the time of Abraham, God is one. Everyone said it. Nothing more. God is one, 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 one. You guys came up with the doctrine of the Trinity, where God is one being and three persons. And when we ask you, what do you mean by that? You tell us it's a mystery. Can you really say it's a mystery? That's what I'm going to discuss here today. Can you go for that? What's it called? Card. The mystery card I see is a mystery. Leave us alone. Can you go for that card? That's what I want to show you today. You can't. Why? There's a difference between mystery and contradiction. Mystery is not a contradiction. A mystery can be even good sometimes. Like, maybe we'll find out it's a mystery. Maybe it's a puzzle. You put it together and then it makes sense. Maybe something you later find out. But a contradiction is something that cannot be true. Okay? It cannot. There's no way it can be true. Whether you put it together in any way, whether maybe tomorrow you cannot have more information such that it will be true. For example, a married bachelor. It can never be true. You cannot have a married bachelor. It's a contradiction. Or a squared circle. A squared circle can never be possible, okay? It's not possible. A squared circle is just contradictory. It's nonsense, basically. Now, when we are discussing the idea of one God, monotheism, okay? We are discussing monotheism. God is one. If they ask you, who is your God? You say one. Who is one, okay? And you guys you have three who's in your own concept of God. You have three who's. Remember, three persons are three who's. If I ask you who's your God, you have to say the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Okay? You have to say that because there are three who's. I didn't ask you what is your God. I said who is your God? Who? Okay? Now, the problem here is that it seems to the very least to be a contradiction. Such that someone that already has a concept of monotheism, maybe from the Abrahamic ideology of monotheism, why would they follow you? Because what you are talking about, you cannot explain it. When you explain it, the only thing you just say is whatever they've told you to say. All you say is this: you have three persons and one being. What does that even mean? You see, you need to start talking. When you see, if I just said God is one, there's nothing to talk about anymore. I'm talking about the quantity. How many do you even have? How many? You are saying three. I'm saying one. That is it. The quality is something else. We can start talking about quality, but the quantity has to be one. Okay? Now, if you now want to use this card of mystery, the consequences will be that anybody can use the card of mystery. So when you go to the forest and you meet some tribes and they are telling you about their God, their God is a tree, and somehow making up some kind of funny concept, and you're like, this is nonsense, this is contradictory, and they're like, no, it's a mystery. You know, the Buddhists, they believe there's nothing called self. You see, all of us, me, you, we are not selves. We just think we are selves, meaning you are not an individual. There's only one thing. There's only one self. There's not many people. Like you are not a self. That's why they behave like they are one in that sense. So they believe there's no self. Do you think there's no self? If you think the Buddhists, if you go and meet them and tell them, no, I'm a self, they'll tell you it's a mystery. Okay? That is the kind of card you guys are using. If you make, what's it called? If you go off on a tangent, you need to start talking and explaining what you mean. You cannot appeal to mystery here. The people that can still appeal to mystery a little bit are people that they keep it simple, okay? They say, like, see, we are not saying anything here. We're just saying one God. When you say one God, but you know what? It has three persons and united in one being, and the consubstantia and all of that. You are talking too much. When you start talking too much, you need to explain. You cannot appeal to mystery after you've gone that deep. After you've talked about the wheels. After you've talked about, what's it called? Hypostatic union. After you talked about many things like this. You have speculated for so long on these things. You cannot now say it's a mystery. Not you. Not you. Maybe someone else. Not you guys. You have gone too far. and you need to be called out. And this expression you gave, that 3 persons and 1 being, it doesn't solve any problem. People that know this, they know, like, you need to explain what is 1 being and 3 persons. Is that not still three beings? Still 3 beings at the end of the day. You see? So this is just what I want to expose here. You cannot appeal to mystery. You Trinitarians, or the people that follow the doctrines of the churches, these are doctrines that are made. People that are making it talk, they know what they are talking about. You might not know what they are talking about. They know what they are talking about. They are not confused about this. Therefore, you cannot appeal to mystery. So I just wanted to show that, guys. So, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So just to end, sorry, the Trinity is not a mystery. It's a contradiction to the path of Abraham.